Every operating partner should be able to answer these questions when at interview stage with a private equity firm. The feedback I get from private equity, managing partners and founders when interviewing operating partners is they're finding it difficult to quantify one operating partner from another because they're not giving the detail around these questions. First is, what value creation strategies have you deployed into your portfolio companies? And most importantly, what are the outcomes of those strategies? Being able to give coherent answers around revenue increases, EBITDA increases, cost efficiency processes, and the actions that you have taken and you have supported and the role that you played. What they're looking to understand is what you learned from that process, what you did from that process, what you learned from that process, and then what you do differently if that process came around. They're looking for coherent playbooks that you can deploy into their portfolio companies. Number 2 is a common challenge between private equity operating partners. The role of an operating partner is to be predominantly a coach, but the balance of knowing when to go hands-on and when to coach is a question I implore all private equity firms to ask and all operating partners to be able to answer. You've got to be coherent in your process around when you dive in, roll up your sleeves and start to take action yourself, but also when you go and continue in the predominant role of being a coach and not a player. Number 3 is around constraints. A great chief executive is able to identify the key constraints of a business and the one that then they focus on, or the two they focus on, that will produce the largest return on investment, usually predominantly centered around an exit multiple, the revenue increase, and the EBITDA increase. Obviously all contributes to the first. But as an operating partner, the private equity firm want to understand your process around understanding this. How are you identifying the big list of constraints when you look at a business from a holistic view and you're not inside it? And then how are you deciding which one will move the needle the most to increase what we spoke about before? Lastly is around talent. Private equity investors are exactly that. They're investment professionals. They're very good at doing financial modeling, analysis, reviewing businesses, understanding potential risks, and looking at trends within markets. What they don't do as well is the hiring, development, and improvement of talent within the portfolio companies. As an operating partner, that is a key part of your role. So being able to answer how you identify great talent, how you nurture that talent, and how you progress it through. I want to put a caveat around this, that a lot of these answers that get shared with me when I ask, and I've interviewed over 100 operating partners just in 2024, is that the answers are usually washing. The answers are usually not detailed and there is no process around it. If you can articulate your process, you can articulate how you've improved your process around all of these questions, it will increase your chances of securing the best possible role as an operating partner in private equity. The operating partner position has a problem. That position is the ugly sister, is the second cousin within private equity. The goal is to work for a firm that values the operating partner, where you're part of the team, you're part of the investment team, and you have carry in the business, and you are well respected as part of that hierarchy within a private equity firm. We have to be able to demonstrate, or you have to be able to demonstrate your value that you bring to that firm and have them super excited about what you can do in that business. And that comes down to being able to articulate and answer the question we've just discussed. If you're exploring a new opportunity within private equity as an operating partner, please reach out to us. We complete a number of these searches every year, predominantly focused on the United States.